MRI tomorrow to find out the details and the status long term.
Is there a fan on in here? Air conditioning? I can't really hear anybody.
I guess you made your feelings pretty clear on the telecast, but can you describe your reaction to the flagrant foul on Peyton, and do you think that was intentional to try to hurt him?
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was dirty, and you know, playoff basketball it's supposed to be physical. You know, everybody's going to compete, everybody's going to fight for everything, but there's a code in this league. There's a code that players follow, where you never put a guy's season/career in jeopardy by taking somebody out in midair and clubbing him across the head and ultimately fracturing Kerr's elbow. This is a guy who's been toiling the last 6 years trying to make it in this league. Finally found a home, just playing his butt off this year. In the playoffs, this should be the time of his life. And guy comes in, whacks him across the head in midair. He broke the code. Dylan Brooks broke the code. That's how I see it.
It's going to be a long-term absence.
He'll have an MRI tomorrow, but it's confirmed that he's got a fractured elbow, and the MRI will help determine how long Gary will be out.
Draymond also had to go back and get some stitches. Is he all right? Is he feeling okay?
I guess so. He was struggling a little bit during the game. His eye was really puffy, but he gutted it out, and he gave us a lot of minutes and fought through it. But he was struggling.
Earlier today, you and Clay were talking about how you expected this to be a very physical game, right? An intense game. But how do you kind of draw that line? Where do you draw that line between being very physical, bringing that intensity, but not being, reckless or injuring other people?
Yeah, the line's pretty clear. You don't hit a guy on the head when he's in midair, club him and break his elbow. That's where the line is.
Game, couple minutes left. How did you think that unraveled for you? Where were the breakdowns?
I thought Memphis really executed well. Obviously, Morant got some buckets down the stretch. He was great tonight. And then I thought we had some ill-advised field goal attempts. I thought we had some advantages, a couple of advantages in transition, and could have had better shots. I didn't think our shot selection down the stretch, or frankly, throughout the game, was very good. So that's what we've got to clean up. It's easy to say, all right, 7 for 38 from three, we'll make more, and I'm confident we will make more, but we got to help ourselves by taking good shots and creating easy shots for each other, because they're there. They're there for the taking if we want them. Thought we were really over anxious and took a lot of bad shots tonight.
Clay, I think I might have finished 5 of 19. In the Denver series, he took a lot of just catch and shoot threes and not much off the dribble. What did you think of his shot selection in particular today?
It wasn't great. As I said, I thought our shot selection in general was poor. We'll look at the tape, and guys will have the day off tomorrow, and we'll come in the next day and watch tape, and there will be lots to look at. Sometimes in the playoffs you get over anxious, you get overly aggressive because you're trying so hard. I thought we tried too hard tonight, and proud of the guys. The effort was amazing. They rebounded like crazy. made a lot of great hustle plays, competed. But to win this series, we've got to compete smarter. We've got to execute better, and I know we're capable of doing that.
Steve, going forward, if Gary isn't available, which it sounds like he probably won't be for a while, how does that affect your game plan, especially against Ja?
Well, hopefully we get Andre back for Game 3. We'll see how Andre fares over the next few days, and if not, we'll have to mix and match. But we've got some time to figure it out.
What was that first 4 minutes? I mean, Gary goes down and then Draymond goes down right after that. Just sort of emotionally, what was that like? And then were you surprised Draymond came back, or what was sort of the initial reaction to what happened to him?
I didn't see that play. I didn't think there was anything advertent. Sometimes, guys catch elbows. That play didn't seem dirty to me, but I haven't seen the replay. But obviously, two guys going down in the first few minutes, we just had to settle in, and our guys did a good job of that. Bounced back and kind of got things under control, and we had some stretches where we played well. We played really hard defensively, and as I said, we rebounded really well. We had our chances. We had a lead in the fourth quarter, I think up 4 with maybe 4 minutes left or so, but. Credit to Memphis. They executed better than we did down the stretch.
Steve, was there a discussion on your bench about challenging that rebound foul on Draymond that gave John the 2 free throws there?
No.
And you referenced Draymond sort of gutting it out. How did he seem affected? In what ways did he seem affected? He was certainly effective. He had 10 rebounds, I think 7, 8 assists.
Yeah.
It didn't affect the way you used him, it looked like.
Well, he's Draymond. He's Draymond Green. I mean, he's been in this situation a million times. He's a competitor. He's emotional. So he got knocked out early and was able to come back and make a positive impact in the game. Wasn't his best game, but wasn't our best game, period. I don't know that any of us can walk out of that one feeling good. We know we can play better, and we know we're going to have to play better because Memphis is really good, and this is what the playoffs are about. You go game to game, and you respond, and you try to get better each game.
Steve, you said nobody's going to be happy after this. You could play a lot better, but what is the mood after a second like physical or ratcheted up game like that? How do you like how they responded?
Well, the mood is down. I mean, you lose a game and you walk in the locker room and especially a game that you felt like you could have had was right there for you. And everybody's bummed out, but it's the playoffs, so everybody will shower up and we'll get on the plane and head home, and we're in a good spot.
Great. Okay. A few guys in here.